Probably the way I treated my dad last year of his life could have been a lot better for both of us, but
definitely the way I react to situations, because there's sometimes I tend to get a little bit overdramatic and a little bit oversensitive about certain situations, because I always think like, oh, I'm the one who messed up, or like maybe I could like look at the world and like see things in like a different way and just kind of take it as a like you learn and go kind of perspective in a way. So that's definitely something I'm looking to work on every day. I pray about it every day, and it's just something I can hope to improve myself with.
I guess how scared I've been to try. I've always quit something too early. I've never really found my full potential in any field of my life, and so I'm working on changing that right now. I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
I wish I had always been a good big brother. Yeah, I think so. I'm the oldest of a number. There's of a lot of brothers, and so yeah, there was a time when I was a teenager where it was like just wasn't cool to have my little brothers around. It was just mean, you know, like just wanting them to get out of my life. I deeply regret that now. My brothers are some of my best friends now, praise God. It's an amazing experience to have them so close, but I had to wake up to myself before that could happen.
My relationship with my parents growing up, you know, I wish I could have been, you know, less of a rebel, you know, and you know, not argue with them as much, and maybe listen to them a little more, and you know, maybe I'd be in a different place, you know, for better or worse, you know, I don't know, you know, I mean, I'm happy where I am, but you know, definitely could be a little farther. I'd say it wasn't the best, you know, as you know, a lot of you know people in this generation can understand, you know, not being able to relate, you know, with my parents and stuff like that, you know, that's definitely, I'd say, one of the biggest things, not being able to relate and them not understanding. So,
you know, I'm going back and forth on this. This has been, you know, something gone through my mind for a few weeks, especially now. One thing that I was thinking that I wanted to change for a while was kind of setting myself up a little better when I was younger, because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with life. I know so many people don't, and I'm not alone in that at all, but I guess I would have maybe just focused a little bit more on deciding what I wanted to pursue. But that's still something I'm racking my brain over a little bit right now. But on the other hand, I am happy that I've done some pretty exciting things in my life this far, and had some really decent experiences that you know, I wouldn't shoot down or trade for anything. But it's more of me being stuck in what I want to do with my future right now. So I guess that makes me revert a little bit to the past and think that I should have started thinking a little more serious about it earlier. I'm new to the area. I've been here a year. Still just, figuring out what exactly I moved here for and what I want to do and all that kind of stuff. So it's a bit of a crossroads, you could say. Being content is something that a personal thing I'm striving to be better with, I guess. So, you know, nothing to complain about really at all. Just always think the grass is greener over there. So
one thing I wish I could change is
take the kids out this weekend.
Not always being sad. Like, I remember as a kid always thinking about certain people or thinking about certain things that I could do instead of enjoying what I had at that moment. I don't really get to hang out with my dad much anymore, and that's one thing I miss, is always being around him like I used to. So that's one thing I wish I would have done different, is not always wish I could have been with my mom, is enjoy the time that I had with my dad. So
I wish I took more time like she has, because like I went on so many vacations and I was more fortunate than others, but I wish I just took more time to like enjoy those things as my family. Since I'm graduating high school and just enjoying life now, I just wish I had more time with my family.
I have very few regrets, really. I sort of drove my boyfriend when I was 16 practically into suicide, but he is still alive. But I do regret hurting him so much. He didn't commit suicide, but he threatened.
One thing from my past that I wish I could change probably would be a trip that I made as a college student. We had the opportunity as a small class to go to Japan. In and of itself, that was an exhilarating experience. I really learned a lot, and I made friends, and we had a great time. But during that trip, I didn't realize my mother was sick. She had congestive heart failure, and she passed away while I was in Japan. And I wished I had have known her illness, and I would have been there to help her or maybe advise her. I subsequently became a physician. I became a pediatric cardiologist. So everything kind of works out in the end. I think when you look at experiences that you wish you could have changed, you have to say, well, how did I grow from that experience? And look for the positive side of it. You probably aren't aware that you really learned a lot, and it's helping you with your current lifestyle. But the darker end is actually life. It's life. Everyone has something they wish they could redo, relive. Everyone.
I wish I would have just had more faith in myself sooner. So I wish I would have just not given up on things so soon. So I don't know if there's really a specific one, but it's just over time a lot of instances where I was like, oh, there was an obstacle. I can't do it anymore. It's too much. It's too hard. It wasn't meant to be. And it's like, sometimes the path of least resistance is significant, but then other times you just have to work for what you do. And so just don't give up.
Well, the choices I made when I was young. If I could take back all the times when I got locked up for stupid things I was doing, and one thing in life, if I could go back and take that back and just change the way I did things, that's the only thing.
This is one I've actually thought about. So there are things that I may have wished didn't happen and things that I wish I had done differently. But honestly, everything that's happened has made me who I am. And there are little things I've thought about, man, if I had gone into track instead of my quiz bowl team, I would have never gone on a trip that set me up to want to be a biologist and be who I am. But there are moments like that have happened, but I don't think I'd change anything because I like where I'm at, so.
I don't think I wouldn't change anything because it was life, it was experience for me. It really, the things that I went through in my past, it really helped me along the way. And I believe that's why I'm still here to this day. A lot of stuff that most people would have given up, but I was able to maintain and continue on. Basically, thank God for my strength, to be able to push forward.
My mama and my father. Because my mom was a bit alcoholic, and she used to, she used to abuse me, and she felt a man before she do her kids. So I wish I had better parents in my life.
I wish I had more patience when my kids were little. Well, there was 4 of them in 8 years. So, yeah, sometimes it was a little overwhelming. I don't know. I might feel better about it. They love me to death. They don't have anything I think they really hold against me. But I might feel like you never think you're a good mother, but I might feel better.
There were times in my life I was trying to be someone that I wasn't and trying to fit in a certain way that didn't suit me, and it caused a lot of pain for me, and it took a long time to kind of relearn things.
Well, I think I would have been a little bit more smart with my decision to leave my hometown and go to graduate school in a completely different side of the country. I'm glad I did that and had that experience, but I wish I knew at least someone or went with somebody or just was in a place where it was easier for me to make community there. And I really couldn't, and because it took me a long time to find my friends out there and to have a sense of home. It was a lot more of a negative experience than it probably could have. Or it would have been a lot more positive experience if I had something familiar with me when I went to somewhere completely unfamiliar.
Watching several close relatives suffer with cancer in the last years of their lives and trying to help them. I did as much as I could, but I wish I could have done more to help them. So from a father, a mother, a husband, another husband, a grandmother, now I have a brother going through cancer. So if I could, it would have been to heal their cancer.
I would have been kinder to my younger self. I think that's one thing I would change. Just be more forgiving and kinder, and I think I would have made less mistakes if I wouldn't have been so hard.